This is a video that's been on my mind to make for a little while, but I've hesitated to do it because it's not necessarily not positive. I like to stay positive, but it's something that I feel like I want to address. I get this comment frequently on some of my videos about how it's disgusting or gross that people are thrifting to resell. And I want to tell you, I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like maybe you're not seeing the full picture, especially for me. So one of the last comments I got was, wow, I didn't realize people went to the thrift stores and bought items that were donated for people in need or their children in need to be able to buy stuff for cheap. And I understand that on one level. But I think when you make comments like that, and like I say, I get this comment frequently, you're not taking a moment, one, to learn more about the person behind the camera and not understanding who I am, because I came from an abusive marriage and was able to leave that marriage, that abusive situation with my children, because I was able to thrift and resell for money. And because I was able to start thrifting and reselling, and this whole journey that I have been on gave me the financial means to leave a situation that was not only abusive for myself, but also for my children. And I will not feel bad about that or apologize for that. And I know that's not the truth for everybody, but everybody who's reselling does it for a different reason, whether it's from getting out of a bad relationship or it's somebody who is on, has their retirement and it is not enough to make ends meet. And so they're doing what they can in order to supplement that. So this is a soapbox I will stand on, and I'm not a fighter, but I will fight from it, because I will fight for the right of anybody who wants to gain their independence and be independent and not have to go on, government assistance. There's nothing wrong with that if that's something that you need to do. But if this is a way for somebody who can supplement their income for retirement, who can make money to get out of an abusive situation, what else would that be for? I mean, in this room, like everything you see, this was free, thrifted, free couch, free TV, free over there too. I mean, it's like I don't have to walk around my house to show like almost most of the things I own are either free or thrifted. And the fact that there are people that'll come along, and I get it, like I'm going to have people say, oh, don't listen to the trolls. It's not trolls. I really think some of these people don't understand the situations of the people behind the camera that are sharing these things. And I share it because I'm so passionate about it, because I know what it meant for me and I know what it did for me. And for anybody who's in that situation who feels like they're stuck, or somebody else is controlling the money, or they don't know how they're going to pay for their bills and their medication. And this is a way forward with dignity to be able to buy something inexpensive, resell it for a profit, and be able to be independent. I know another mom who's got kids that are special needs. They can't, I don't think, maybe one of them is a public school, but they're not able to hold a regular job because of medical needs of their child. I think maybe the older ones, no, they homeschool. Okay, that's, I'm like, how do I know them? Because I homeschooled with them. But that mom is able to supplement their income because of reselling. So I think before you go and try to shame somebody or say somebody's gross or it's despicable or what have you, I mean, I've heard it all. Normally, like I said, I don't pay attention to it. I see it, I think about it, I think about like sharing this story. But for me, like I had somebody that I had to get out of that relationship. I had to. And it took almost 5 years of me starting YouTube and reselling and finally getting enough money. It took like 5 years for me to be able to get to the point where I could leave financially. And it was a tough 5 years, but I got there. So, like I say, I didn't start reselling and like could leave my bad situation overnight, but I was able to build up and build up and build up, and suddenly was realizing, oh, you know what? I'm close here. Like I could do this. I could leave, and I could take the kids and I could leave, and it would be okay. And so when I finally got to that point and I could, there's nobody on this planet that could tell me that what I was doing was wrong or a bad thing to do, because I was able to get us into a peaceful place in our lives. So, and I know I've got intensity in my voice. I'm not angry, but I feel very passionate about this because I know so many people that watch that are in the same situation, whether they need the money because they're retired or they've got medical stuff, or there was another lady who lived near me that was reselling because she was taking care of her elderly mother and couldn't work a 9-to-5 job because her mom needed her frequently. And so reselling was a way for her to have some kind of independence, but also be able to be there when her mother needed her. So I think taking a step back and realizing, yes, people are donating items to Goodwill or to these thrift stores. Some of them have the intention of wanting to help people, but honestly, probably a lot of them are like, I've got too much junk, get it out of my house. I don't care who takes it. Just take it, Goodwill. I don't care. And they're really not thinking like altruistically of like, I'm helping the less fortunate, right? I'm sure some people are, but not everybody thinks that way. But would those same people feel like, one, I want to donate to help the less fortunate, or would they want to help somebody who's trying to help themselves? And that is what I am doing. That is what I encourage people to do if they're able to go out and help themselves and do something where they can have some independence and some financial security by doing this. And if somebody wanted to donate items altruistically, then they would donate it to, say, a women's shelter or some other place like that they know it's not going to end up in a thrift store for somebody to buy. I know I'm speaking with intensity, but it's not from a place of anger. It is from a place of feeling very passionate about this and feeling very, I just feel really strongly about this because it has made such an impact in my life. And I encourage, that's why I have this channel, is to show people and teach people, you can do this. You can get out of a bad situation. You can try to make money to be more financially independent. And I think that is so powerful, being able to rely on yourself, to be the hero in your own story. Food for thought. Just before you start casting stones, see who's on the other side. Make sure you're targeting the right. There's nobody that should be targeted anyway in this situation. I would love to know your thoughts. And I do wish you all the love. And if you are one of those people that made those comments or have made comments or thoughts like that before, no hate to you. I have no negativity towards you. I just want to make sure you maybe see the other side of it and maybe think about why somebody is doing that. I'm doing what I have to do to support my children.